Meanwhile, the Russian oil exports in April rose to their highest level since the country's invasion of Ukraine last year. According to the International Energy Agency, also known as IAEA, the Russian oil exports saw an increase of $1.7 billion in revenue despite the Western sanctions. The IEA has said that the Russian oil exports increased by a staggering 50,000 barrels per day, raising last month's output to 8.3 million barrels per day. The IEA, in its monthly report, has suggested that Russia is increasing its oil exports to make up for the lost revenue. According to the estimates, Russia's oil export revenue rose by $1.7 billion to a total of $15 billion in the month of April. However, the Paris-based agency said in its report that the revenues were 27% lower than for the same month in 2022. The agency also added that Russia's tax gains from its oil and gas sector were down by 64% year-on-year. This is because the Russian oil is being traded at a discounted price in the global markets. The G7 countries, along with Australia, have placed price caps on the Russian petroleum products, and crude aim to cut one of Moscow's key source of income to fund its war on Ukraine. The European Union has also put a ban on Russia's key oil exports. In retaliation, Russia has threatened to cut off companies that act in accordance with the price cap. However, Russia is actively working its way to operate outside of the price caps by increasing its access to the non-Western shipping. The International Energy Agency has said that China and India accounts for nearly 80% of Russian oil exports, with China importing 2.1 million barrels per day and India importing 2 million barrels per day as well. The IEA has estimated that the 2023 global oil demand will grow to 2.2 million barrels per day, with China accounting for nearly 60% of the increase.